So this video is a live stream clip based on what some of the decisions made by Christie Sides in this game. I think they were absolutely just crazy. I don't think she was the reason why they were down 21 points, but I do think she was part of the reason, and I think that at the end of that game, some of her last play was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. But before we get on to anything, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of the day. If we could do that, that would be absolutely insane. But anyway, now let's get on to the video. I'm not going to lie, that was a horrific coaching performance. I'm not going to blame the loss on the coaching because, I'm not going to blame it because at the end of the day, none of the communication was horrendous on all of them, and nobody on this team played good defense. No one on the team played good defense, and have I just frozen my face cam? Nope. But no one on the team played good defense. But the end of that game, I'm like, that was not what you do. That was not what you do. With 17 seconds to go, down 3, you do not foul immediately. You do not foul immediately. Down 3 with 17 seconds to go. You just don't. You just don't foul straight away. That is just not the time to do it. You wait 4 or 5 seconds. You try to draw the double team. And you especially don't do it when the ball is in their best free throw shooter's hands. You wait until the ball gets into the hands of somebody that maybe is going to miss the free throws. Especially when it's Julie Van Loo. Julie Van Loo is like, she's a 31-year-old rookie. She's the leader of the Belgium national team with Messeman. She is like not the person to foul down the stretch. Neither is Ariel Atkins. You deny Atkins, but you don't let either of those shoot. You don't either them shoot. And then, and the last possession of the game, Caitlin Clark only scored 15 points in the fourth quarter. Kelsey Mitchell was 0 of 7 from 3. You do not run the play for the player who's 0 of 7 from 3. You run the play for the player who's 5 of 9 from 3. She was used to stand in the corner. She was used to stand in the corner as somebody. She had 29 points on 14 shots. And she was told stand in the corner while somebody who is 0 of 7 from 3 goes ISO. Goes ISO. Like, that's not the play. That's not the play. Like, look, they were terrible through 3 quarters. But there were 2 reasons they went back in the game. Lexi Hull and Caitlin Clark. That's the only reason they got back in this game. Like, straight up. If it wasn't for those 2 players, they are not getting back in this game. That was the best fourth quarter. That's the best quarter I've seen from Caitlin Clark, and it was also an exceptional thing from Lexi Hull. An exceptional quarter from Lexi Hull. And also, by the way, you know in that last possession where they ran it, they literally made sure that Lexi Hull was as far away from the ball as possible. If you're going to foul straight away, you put Lexi Hull in, because they switched everything. You put Lexi Hull to switch onto the person coming to the ball. Like, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much, Leroy. Really appreciate that. That's what you do. You switch her onto whoever's going to get the ball because she's going to have the length. She might get the steal. She might force something. You don't just automatically put a foul to Erica Wheeler. And then, because I thought, okay, she's guarding. She's not switching on screens and Ariel Atkins. They're going to play defense. No, they fouled straight away. And bringing Lexi Hull into the starting lineup made sense. Not for Nalissa Smith. That lineup of Lexi Hull, Katie Lou, I get it. Katie Lou runs. I understand. Katie Lou runs. I get it. But you do not play that lineup. That is not a lineup to run. Just because Katie Lou works with Caitlin Clark, and so does Lexi Hull, does not mean, especially against this team. This is a team that runs double bigs. This is a team that runs with Hines Allen. They have Hines Allen, Dolson, and Alia Edwards on the floor at all times. You started with Katie Lou Samuelson on Dolson. It doesn't make sense. The lineup that you should have started with is the lineup that nearly brought you back. Down, 17 points? With 5 minutes to go? The lineup that nearly brought you back? And again, I just don't know. I just don't know what the hell was the coaching decisions. And again, look. I don't think Christie Sides lost him the game, but also, through the entire game, you were getting cooked every single possession on the defensive end, you were getting cooked in the same way. This is what happened. This is what happened on defense. This is how you got cooked. They would run some sort of off-ball screening action. And the outcome of the off-ball screening action would be that the screener cuts to the basket, and because you were switching soft, you switch high and soft on every single off-ball screen. They literally just faked the screen and just cut to the basket and they were open every time. No plan B. They caught you for 4 quarters. They caught you for 3 quarters. They caught you for 3 quarters, the exact same thing. In the 4th quarter, your team decided to fix it. Not because of anything you did, because your team decided, we're not going to play this. Tactically, it was terrible. It was terrible on the defensive end. And everyone looked bad. Look, Caitlin Clark is one of the worst off-the-ball defenders I've ever seen. She looked terrible. But they all looked terrible on defense. Like, it's not targeting Caitlin, it's targeting everybody. They targeted everybody. The only people that weren't getting targeted were people guarding the bigs because they used Dolson as a passer. Like, they used Dolson as a passer. So, whoever was guarding Dolson was the only person who wasn't getting cooked on those cuts. It was a horrible game plan. And obviously, the game plan is, okay, yeah, we're going to run on offense. You need to get stops to do that. Like, I get the run and gun style. I get it. You're at your best when you're running. And there's no question about it. But you need stops. You can't play a style of defense that's going to give up a wide open cutter. On Ariel Atkins, you allowed Ariel Atkins go left every single time. I get it. You have rules on the left-hand side of the floor. The worst part is you weren't even icing screens. You didn't ice, nor did you come over the screen, nor did you try to fight over the screens. You literally just allowed Ariel Atkins to drive left and shoot a pull-up baseline shot every single time. Just like Aja Wilson. These are players that go one way. Stop letting them go to their strong hand. It's so annoying. It is so annoying watching Christie Sides absolute incompetence coaching. It is so frustrating watching it because this is a team that fought back. If it wasn't for some horrible situations, and also, what is Aaliyah Boston doing off the floor? You're down 18 points. You don't put her on the floor with 7 minutes to go. I get it, she's on 5 fouls, but the game looked like it was over. And she was playing fine. Other than the fouls, she was playing fine. She was playing completely fine other than the fouls. It's just frustrating. It's just frustrating that this is a team where you're like, they're missing one player. They're missing a Dejanay Carrington type player. Sides needs to go. Of course she needs to go. Sides was not the reason they lost this game, by the way. Like, I'm not blaming Sides for this game, but also she's terrible. Like, this is a team that turned the ball over I don't know how many times. Like, Aaliyah Boston had more turnovers than points. Oh, no, sorry, she didn't. She had 5 turnovers to 6 points. Like, look, this is a bad day at the office. But at the end of the day, it's just so frustrating to watch. It's so frustrating to watch a Christie Sides coach team. And obviously, if you've got to this point in the video, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to hit 19 point. If we can hit something at 20k by the end of the day, that would be absolutely incredible. Can they succeed with Christie Sides? Nope. There's a 0% chance a Christie Sides coach team is ever going to succeed.